Hello, we are KSU Students for Sustainability. In this video, we're going to talk to you about some very important issues facing our world today. Overfishing, ocean acidification, and rising ocean temperatures. Overfishing is largely due to a lack of government regulation of large fishing companies, as well as lack of enforcement of already existing regulations. Ocean acidification and rising ocean temperature is another major problem that is caused by humans. Rising levels of pollution are increasing the amount of heat absorbed into and retained by the ocean. All of these are very damaging to marine ecosystems and wildlife. Today we're going to interview some K-State students to find out just how much they know about these problems. And during these interviews we're going to try to give them as much info as possible so they can educate others about the importance of these issues. After that we're going to share some startling statistics and discuss some kind of frightening problems that may arise if the world doesn't make a change and address these issues. But don't worry, we're also going to give you some ways that you can help.
Time to educate some K-State students about overfishing.
What do you know about overfishing? What do you know about bycatch? What do you know about bottom trawling? Go! Come on!
I'm a family that needs me!
I don't have time for this! Alright, you better listen to me and you better listen well because I got other people to educate. You understand?
Yes.
Alright, overfishing, it's a problem for the whole world. And it is because governments do not set proper regulations for fisheries in their countries. And if they do, then they don't enforce them right. Now this isn't a problem for some countries like the United States, but China, I mean all these other ones that rely on fish, they just don't have enough regulations and so they catch too much fish and the fish can't survive because there's not enough to reproduce, alright? Alright, bycatch. Bycatch accounts for like 40% of the world's caught fish. You know what bycatch is? No, of course you don't. Bycatch is the fish that fisheries accidentally catch with their big nets because they don't have enough discrepancy to decide they can't get just the fish they want. They catch all these other fish and those fish die and they just throw them back in the water. What is that about, right? Alright, you know why that happens? Bottom trawling. Bottom trawling and all these other horrible methods of fishing. They use these giant nets. They roll them with weights on the bottom of the ocean floor. And number one, it destroys the habitats down there like coral reefs, but it also catches all these fish. And you know how many fish that is per year? It's 60 billion tons of fish. Get all that?
Yeah!
Alright, get out of here! Ah! Target has been spotted. I'm closing in. Alright, see you guys later.
Yeah, actually, faster, I guess.
You're coming with me! Sit down! I got some questions for you.
It's a little bright, don't you think?
No. Oh, no. Yes.
One?
Alright. Is that better?
I guess.
Alright. Look, son. I gotta live with you. Rising ocean temperatures and ocean acidification are very serious issues. Alright? You know anything about those?
No.
Typical. Alright. Ocean acidification, right? It's a rising pH level in the ocean. Now the ocean has traditionally been basic, but now it's not so much. It's getting neutral and it's getting dangerously close to acidic. You know why that is? It's pollution. It's human-caused pollution, right? We're dumping in the oceans. We're releasing carbon dioxide into the air with all sorts, burning fossil fuels like natural gas and coal. And the result of all of that is we're affecting the wildlife in the oceans. We're affecting those marine habitats. And along with that is rising ocean temperatures. And that's caused by really the same thing. The Earth is growing hotter. That's kind of a side effect of climate change. So the oceans have only risen about 0.18 degrees Fahrenheit in the last century. Now that may seem like an infinitesimally small amount, but those ecosystems are so sensitive. The coral in those ecosystems is incredibly sensitive to changes in pH level and changes in temperature, right? So as soon as something like that happens, anything small, they get bleached, they die out, the species that live there no longer have a healthy home to live in, plants stop growing, and as a result of that, it just adds to the problem of overfishing, right? Fish are dying out, and we don't have enough. Now this affects all of us, you know, everywhere, even in Kansas. And I'm sorry, is there a problem?
I'm just running a little late.
It's not important. What's important is this issue, all right? So, it's just people everywhere, people in coastal countries, such as, you know, places in Africa, they rely on these fish. It's their source of revenue. It's where they get their jobs, you know. They don't have enough fish to fish anymore. There are 1 billion people worldwide, and that fish is their primary source of protein. There are over 4 billion people worldwide where fish is their second source of protein. This is just a monumental issue, and I'm just astounded that people here don't know more about it. That's am I getting through to you?
A little bit.
All right. You think you could talk to some people about this issue? Because the best way to attack this issue, the easiest way to attack issues like these is to attack the root causes. And one of these root causes is just people don't know. People don't know. So if you go around and you talk to people, they're going to go around and talk to other people. All of that is going to spread awareness, and people are going to start working to fix this issue. You think you can do that?
I could spread the word, yeah.
All right. Didn't you say you had to go to class or something?
Yeah.
All right, well, if you'll just let me just. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Now get out of here!
My backpack, though.
You know what? Just don't get out! Good man! He's a good kid. And now, back to our experts at the desk.
The area off Newfoundland, which was at one point the largest cod fishery in the world, had estimated declines in cod biomass of more than 99%. Multiple other stocks off the coast of Canada have all declined in biomass by 75% or greater. Bottom trolling is an industrial fishing method where a large net and heavy weights are dragged across the seafloor, scooping up everything in its path, from the targeted fish to the incidentally caught centuries-old corals. Bottom trollers are used in catching marine life that live on the seafloor, such as shrimp, cod, sole, and flounder. Bottom trolling is unselective and severely damaging to the seafloor ecosystems. The net indiscriminately catches every life and object it encounters. Thus, many creatures end up mistakenly caught and thrown overboard, dead or dying, including endangered fish and even vulnerable deep-sea corals, which can live for several hundred years. This collateral damage, called bycatch, can amount to 90% of a troll's total catch. In addition, the weight and width of the bottom trawl can destroy large areas of seafloor habitats that give marine species food and shelter.
If you'd like to help with our cause, please consider donating to marine conservation groups across America, as well as you can write letters to state officials. Even though we're just in Kansas, we get a say. Try to live more sustainably, drive less, carpool more, recycle, conserve energy wherever you live, etc. These things may seem small, they do add up, and over time, you can make a big difference. Thank you.